So Stephen, thank you for inviting us in to have a chat.
You're welcome.
What can you tell us about how you started the business, a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, a little background really. 20 years ago I started the business, and first of all born in Manchester, raised in Manchester, educated in Manchester, socialised in Manchester. I very rarely leave Manchester, so it's fair to say I'm a Mancunian through and through, Mancunian pedigree. So I started the business 20 years ago. I went into student property, and my focus of my business has always been tenant facing. I often find developers focusing on more profits and what they want and what they're delivering. I asked the students of Manchester 20 years ago what they wanted. So they wanted American fridge freezers, leather sofas, fully refurbished properties, really high standard quality assets. So that's exactly what I delivered really, and that proved very successful. And I've really rolled that out over the years, again focusing on the tenants. So today, Beech Holdings delivers apartments, high quality apartments in good locations for young professionals, a few students, graduates, and up to date.
Okay, 20 years is a long time in Manchester, a lot. What's changed particularly?
Well, Manchester's just changed, astronomically over the years. I've always known Manchester was a fantastic place. It's got great people, it's got great history. There's such an energy in Manchester, and this is probably one of the reasons I've never left. Particularly over the last 5 or 6 years, I would say the big businesses have been arriving and focused in the last few years away from places like London. So we're attracting people like Booking.com. It's fantastic to see Amazon have just opened an office here. So off the back of that, real talent has been arriving in Manchester, not just from London, nationally, internationally, our European neighbours have been arriving in droves. And this is young, educated, talented people, and this is probably why businesses are moving here. Focused on the last 12 months particularly, a lot of Saudi tenants have been moving into our properties, attracted by great education system. Manchester University is really a world-class institution. A lot of Chinese tenants over the last several years are good people in Manchester probably realise they bring a lot of investment into Manchester and a lot of talent. A lot of these people come on to stay in Manchester and work and live and spend their hard-earned money in Manchester. It's self-perpetuating really. So it's particularly changed over the last 2 or 3 years. And I went away for a rare week's holiday the other day, and then came back, and I think it was 2 new offices, a new bar, a restaurant, and another skyscraper just popped up out of nowhere. So it's unbelievable really.
You've had a very successful last 12 months business-wise. Is that really just down to the accumulation of all the factors you talked about?
Yeah, a lot of different factors. I think if you focus on quality, there's some shiny new towers that have gone up in Manchester recently. They look fantastic from the outside, and that investment is welcome. At Beech Holdings and Manchester Apartments, our lettings are really focused on quality internally. So we deliver quartz worktops in our properties, Bosch appliances, Antico flooring, real quality Italian leather sofas, a lot of fitted June furniture, and this has all come from what the tenants want. They want a lot of storage, high quality products. So a combination of Manchester getting bigger on the global map, a lot of new entrants to the market, and Manchester Apartments by the developer Beech Holdings have delivered that. So this is why really a lot of people are attracted to our apartments. I think we're delivering a product that's never been seen before. In fact, recently Knight Frank partnered with us on a development, and they said it was the best PRS asset they've ever had on the books anywhere in the UK.
Okay. Some people sort of argue that maybe the property market in Manchester has reached a peak. There are some threats out there. We're going through the Brexit thing, the general what's going to happen to the economy. Where do you see that?
I see Manchester, since the Brexit, we've heard that word a lot over the last few years, in particular the last few months. I see Manchester as a real winner at Brexit. A lot of big companies are now looking at their costs. So they're looking at their costs of offices, particularly in London, maybe looking to save and uncertainty on Brexit. So their natural second choice is Manchester. Why? It's a lot cheaper rents for the big companies. There's a bigger talent pool, a younger talent pool, a more cost-effective talent pool. So Manchester has everything London has to offer, but much, much better value and great people. I think we all know if you're in a pub in Manchester, a bar or a coffee shop, you can have a conversation with the lady or bloke next to you. You just simply can't have that in London. So there's a lot that attracts the talent to Manchester and to stay, from the big companies to the young professionals that are all contributing to make it a fantastic city.
Okay, another of the issues that's out there, and whether you're involved with this, is the affordable, non-affordable thing, and we seem to be looking at a lot of properties for people who can afford it, but a lot of people that are on waiting lists and we have a hard time as well. Where do you see that now?
So again, we listen to what people want. Some people want the larger luxury homes. A lot of people in Manchester are on affordability, so we can deliver different products. Some of our units may be on the city fringe. We're more focused on smaller, affordable units, so we deliver exactly that. We don't just concentrate on producing large apartments and shiny glass towers for just for international investors. For example, we're really focused on what the tenant wants. So we've listened, and then we've delivered around 800 units to the market, sustainable, high quality units, and a real mix from small starter properties for fresh graduates to medium-sized one for professionals, up to the real high-end quality ones. We've got something online called Basil House on Manchester, real heritage Manchester building, and that was our premium product we delivered to market. So we really got it's all about delivering a bigger offering to cater for everyone, because everyone's obviously welcome to live and work in and around the city centre.
Okay, and the future?
The future.
If we can predict the future.
I know a lot of people have been saying there's a lot of properties being built in Manchester, but not nearly enough to satisfy the demand. If you look at our front of house on Oxford Road here, Manchester Apartments, we sometimes have 200 inquiries every single day. And we can only really accept a couple of those due to the level of demand in Manchester. Again, why is that? The retention rate is one of the highest in Europe. It's around 60%. So 60% of the freshly qualified architects, accountants, lawyers are staying in Manchester. Big businesses, so all these cranes aren't just residential, they're office blocks being built. So this is why Booking.com and Amazon are taking long leases. This is fantastic. It gives a long certainty on employment in Manchester, and all these employment all these people will need somewhere to live. And I think historically people, when the professionals would move out and see Didsbury's, etc. But these days with an eye on obviously time and travel expense and the hassle, people actually want to be the convenience of living, working, socialising where they work and live. So the focus is on the city centre. So I certainly see a bright future. I'm investing all my own resources and my investors' resources back into Manchester for the foreseeable future.
Where do you see the next? I mean, you've done stuff in Ancoats. Are there still places around the peripheries of Manchester where you see there could be? There's
still a lot of opportunity. Yeah, still a lot of opportunity really. I know Manchester like the back of my hand. I know every road and back alley, and I can see where the shift is going. I went into Rusholme 20 years ago, and the Mancunians out there will remember Rusholme 20 years ago. It's not like the Rusholme today. It wasn't a swanky coffee shops and bars and restaurants as there is there today. I went into Princess Street, Portland Street about 5 years ago. It was a little bit tired, a little bit unpolished, and that's really rose recently. So the next area I'm seeing is definitely Ancoats. I'm investing in sites there. We've done a development Ancoats Gardens there that is just come out of the ground. It's 155 apartments. Why I'm investing so much into Ancoats is absolutely fantastic place. It's the first Michelin star. Recently, it's fiercely independent. This is what young professionals want in Manchester. I'll socialise, myself there. It's got a great food, beverage offering. It's really a great neighbourhood feel. So Ancoats Gardens and Great Ancoats Street, I'm really investing heavily into that area. Demand is insatiable and will only increase. It's just next door to Noma. huge development offices there, and just around the corner from Amazon. So I really see an exciting opportunity in Ancoats.
What other up-and-coming areas do you see coming on board around the region?
Right, well, we've talked obviously Ancoats at length. We've got the real inside track, and probably giving a bit too much away, but one of the areas I'm really excited about next is Old Trafford. It's a fantastic location just next to the city centre, just beyond the university, and very walkable distance to Media City. There's a lot Old Trafford has to offer. We've put here that UA92 are opening, investing heavily. It's the class of United Academy 92. It's the class of 92 for Manchester United. KPMG and Bruntwood have all partnered up, and Lancaster University partnered up. I've been down there. The facilities are absolutely fantastic. So we've acquired a few sites around there to provide accommodation for the students of UA92. Also, I think Old Trafford has a lot to offer in itself. There's a lot of green space. There's a lot of wide streets. The vicinity to the city centre is ideal. It's from Trafford Bar, it's 4 minutes 58 seconds on the tram. Yeah, I don't know exactly the stopwatch. So being able to go from a leafy green area that a lot of the streets in Old Trafford is, to Deansgate in 4 minutes 58 seconds is fantastic. So we delivered 300 units there recently, and every single unit was rented without a single viewing. Such is the demand, not just for our product, but in that vicinity. So we're investing heavily in Academy Apartments directly across from UA92, and we've got a few other sites, so watch this space. But Old Trafford, if you want the inside line, that's where we should be looking.
We'll go and buy some land up there then.
Oh, good luck to you. Yeah.
On a personal basis, what do you put your success down to personally? Really listening to what people want. I've been able to be in touch with the people of Manchester, the new arrivals into Manchester. So from day one, I interviewed 100 students 20 years ago on the halls of the university, and just asked them. A lot of other developers look at data, listen to architects, etc. I listen to the 18 to 25, 30-year-olds, actually what they want. So I really put my success down to delivering actually what they want. And if you're welcome to come to our office anytime on opposite the Palace Theatre, you listen to the new arrivals into Manchester every single day. And if you deliver what people want, they will come. So it's really focus on that quality and delivering what people want to live, and where they want to live and how they want to live in Manchester.